Hey, Honors Physics. It's good to see everybody today. We are going to be working on a lab today, and we're also going to do a few practice problems from a problem set that we're just going to start with today. And then we're going to additionally do a Khan Academy homework. So let me just explain how everything's going to work for you today. So getting started, going into our classroom here, you want to go to today's day, and you've got your forms and links right over here. So one of the first things to do is we want to get into our slideshow. So let's jump in there. Got an introductory slide. It talks about our agenda. So we're going to be working through the Circular Motion Introduction Lab today. We're also going to be working on a few of the problems from the Uniform Circular Motion practice problems. Homework today is going to be the Khan Academy Circular Motion Introduction. And again, the homework will be to finish up those practice problems. So just want to point out that last class we had this fun video that was a crazy amusement park rides. And looking at the feedback, I was kind of surprised to see how many people really thought it was real at the end of it. So if you're one of those people, I fooled you. It was actually an April Fool's joke, and it was just kind of showing off ideas related to circular motion, but in sort of a fun and slightly ridiculous way. A couple things you want to get ready for today. Go ahead and get out your journal, find the formulas for this unit, grab out a calculator, a pencil, your physics formulas, and go ahead and get the online textbook opened up on a computer so you have access to it. You can check out the reading that we did last class. Now, the lab you're going to work on today is actually a website that I've signed up for, and it does online labs. So the real labs are just online. So go ahead and click the link here. It's going to take you to our lab. And you're going to need to sign up in the classroom using your school Gmail account and put this code right here into the lab itself. So once the lab opens up, you're going to find yourself on this first page, and it's going to ask you to do a little mini experiment. So if you get something like a heavy ball, like maybe a basketball or a soccer ball, or even something like a bowling ball, you're going to go ahead and just roll it around and do a couple things to it, answer some questions about it, and get some hands-on experience about circular motion. Next thing we'll do is answer those questions, kind of showed you that, and really define and get to understand what does it mean by centripetal. And we have this idea like centripetal means center seeking, but it's going to be one of our big ideas that relates to the whole unit of circular motion. So you want to get yourself really understanding what that topic means there. Next thing, you're going to go ahead and read a little introduction for part one of the lab. You're going to be doing a little mini lab here. And then you're going to start getting used to these tools in this experiment. So let me just show you the experiment here. So this is actually the experiment that we would do in class, except we're obviously not in class. You're going to do it in computers. I want to point out a few things. Like there's a toolbar right here. There's a timer, and there's also a ruler. Okay. And so you get those two things. You can see what they are. You can go ahead and get rid of them if you want to. Okay. Also go ahead and push the play button. And notice this thing is spinning around. Okay. You got a guy. You've got like a little pulley. And the pulley is connected to a weight. And then the weight is going around the pulley up to a spring scale that's reading the force. Now, I want you to notice on this bar that collapses here too that you've got various independent variables you can mess with. You've got mass, tangential speed, or radius. Okay, so those are all things that you can choose different values for. And then you can click them and say, okay, this is going to be my independent variable this time. This is going to be my independent variable this time. And when you change something, like let's say I wanted to change a few things, say go, and it'll change it for you. And you could change that there. Then I'll say go. And it kind of resets up the experiment with different weights and different speeds. And then I can push go, and I can see it's doing different stuff, giving me different dependent variable right here of different forces. So that's kind of what you're doing there, just messing with this lab right here. So it's a lab we're set up for you online. All right. And so you're going to go through that, and then you're actually going to answer a few questions. You're going to do a little free body diagram here describing what are forces and how are they working. But notice that the speaker notes, I kind of point them out down here. I'm going to put some important directions down there. So use the speaker notes and see what's going on. You're going to then create your experiment. You're going to design it, first of all. You're going to type right into this little text box. Here's how you would design your experiment. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to put your data in the lab. And it looks to me like my program here is going to run out of time right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing, and then I'm going to come back and show you the rest of this video in a second. So I'll see you guys in a second. Go to the next video.